So, the Nintendo Switch 2 is here. Well, sort of. Let's talk about it. The Switch 2 was finally announced the other day at a staggering price of $500. More on that later. And alongside showing off some new features like Discord, they did show the only thing they needed to get me to buy the Switch 2, and that is Mario Kart. Mario Kart World. It looks vaguely similar to the Forza series in that you can just go off track and like go anywhere that you want, alongside showing some characters that weren't really expected to be in it, like motherfucking Swoop. Love that fucking guy. That guy's fucking awesome. It's baffling to me how many guys they just casually showed off. Well, that except for the cow, that wasn't very casually. They kind of just put that in my face. I mean, I like cows and all, but dolphin? Anyways, I love the new mechanics that they showed off, like the rail riding and the wall riding. I really hope that they stop like the blue line thing in like 8, where you drive over the blue line and you get your cool zero gravity wheels. I didn't really care for that feature, it just felt unnecessary. I like the smooth transitions that they showed of just driving and tricking off onto a wall. I like that. That was very nice. They showed off a couple items that they're coming back with, like the Mega Mushroom. But I also want to talk about these hammers. Does this mean that they showed it off on Hammer Bros? So that got me thinking. Is this like Mario Double Dash with the way that they have like special items for each character? Are they going to do that for each character? If so, I really hope that crap isn't B tier because of its shitty ability. And can we talk about these outfits? Oh my god, they're so good and beautiful. They put so much effort into them. I'm just really happy. I really like them. I mean, look at this dapper ass Phantom. What a lad. I like how they're connecting the tracks in each cup together, like giving them a theme, and how they announced that you're gonna drive to each track. I think that's pretty cool. Are we done with like standing starts? Is that we're done with standing starts? Are we just gonna do rolling starts? If so, I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm okay with that. Something different. I do love change. I really do love change. Not the change in the price though. The whole knockout mode was like one of my favorite parts of modded Mario Kart 8. That was really fun. I'm happy that they added that to the official game instead of being all jank with your jailbricked. Bricked eventually. That's why I haven't used it in a couple years. Oh my gosh, I haven't even talked about the 24 racers. Imagine going in the current game, 2nd to 12th, getting Mario Kart all the way down the order. Boom, 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 boom. You know the sound it makes. But now imagine going from 2nd to 22nd. Brutal. Cannot wait to rip the music from this game and use it in more of my videos. Love the starting music that they put in this one. It's so good. That harmonica, oh my god. After Mario Kart, Nintendo showed off their new feature called Game Chat. Alongside your shitty $500 mic from the Switch, you can also buy, wait for it, a $50 Logitech camera. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I wanted. It's like this one. They also shared off the screen sharing feature like in Discord, and you can just count the frames. It's I'm glad they're leaning into it. They really don't need to hide it. They can't hide it. With the camera, they announced that you could play games with the camera on, like the Mario Party. I can't wait to go online. And I know now hear me out. I know that there's parental controls, but you know damn well that not all parents are gonna put the parental controls on. So I wanna go online, play against a kid and shit on them. Watch them cry endlessly. Hear their mom in the background. Why are you crying? I lost the game of Mario Party. Fair. That's fair. Now the hardware for the Switch 2 is what I was most interested in personally, because I don't want to buy another console that can't even run 30 FPS smoothly for $720. Switch 2 is a 1080p handheld screen that can go up to 120 frames when docked. Now that's crazy. They can also do 4K. I don't even have a 4K monitor. 60 frames of 4K. Can't even do 720 at 30. How is it going to do for 4K for 60 frames? I'm just baffled. If it does what it says it can do, oh my gosh. Imagine. I can't. I need to see it. I need to see it for it to be true. I hope it's true. Top the resolution, they added HDR to it, making the colors look better. Don't need the full OLED, even though the OLED looks pretty amazing. It does look pretty good. Anyways, can't wait for Nintendo games like the next 3D Mario to like actually look like a modern game with low frame drops. Don't get me wrong, Odyssey looked great. But now imagine Odyssey running at 4K at 60 frames a second. Oh my god. They also made everything on the Joy-Cons in general just bigger, which is a massive W because my big manly man hands can't hold the tiny ass, can't hold the Joy-Con. It's too small, and I'm not coughing up $80 for a Pro Controller, even though I should. But how am I supposed to afford an $80 controller if I can't afford the $500 cost? Okay, we're gonna get to that. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I do really hope that the Switch 2 Joy-Cons fit because they said they made them into mice. So they just added the IR light, or I think that's what it is. I think that's what they just added that to the bottom of to the side of the Switch controllers, and they're gonna be mice. Is this gonna be like? Is this their new gimmick? Like the motion controls in like the Wii and stuff. If so, if it's the new gimmick, it's gonna be better because it's hard to fuck up mouse technology. It's really hard. Are they like ramping up to release a whole ass Nintendo PC? And like as they're introducing the Microsoft Nintendo PC with the built-in camera, where on the PC it's gonna be looking at your feet if you have it on the ground. You gotta make money somehow. That's how they're gonna make the PC cheaper, and they're gonna sell off your foot pegs. Probably not, but you know, what if? Now I want to talk about some games that they announced in the Direct, along with the Switch 2. like the first game that they show off that isn't Mario Kart for the Switch 2, being ARMS but Paralympic basketball. I don't really know what to think about that. I just don't know what to think about that. Why? I guess is my first question. I mean, it looks cool, but it doesn't look cool enough to be $80. You know, $70, whatever their price is. I don't know. We'll see. Lots of PC games they announced were coming to the Switch too, like Elden Ring and Borderlands and Cyberpunk, Hades 2. You know, games like that. Split Fiction. I'm gonna play that game. Watch for that one on my channel eventually. It takes me a while to make these because it just does. I'm sorry. I don't really have a good excuse for that one. Getting faster at it. They announced so many games, and they just like barrage. Bam, Deltarune. Bam, Cyberpunk. And just in the mix of all of that, they just randomly, without a spoken word, announced Silksong. That game hasn't gotten any news in it for 6 years. I saw it was like over 1,500 days. That is fucking ridiculous. And just no spoken word. Silksong coming out for 2025. They showed that it was going to release in 2025. No word on it for 6 years. It has become one of the most anticipated games of all time, behind like GTA 6. And it just all of a sudden, there's nothing at the Game Awards this year, but the Nintendo Direct, that's where we're gonna go. Yes, Silksong coming out this year. I'm not gonna play it. They also announced a Souls-like game, Duskblood, and it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Nintendo. What do you think this console is gonna be? Oh my god. Last two other trailers. I'm really hyped for Kirby Air Riders. I play legally on my legal emulate the original one from GameCube. So much fun, especially with friends. That's a blast. I was expecting a 3D Mario game to be announced, but instead they announced Donkey Kong Bonanza. And it looked good. Don't get me wrong, it looked great. Love the destructible environment. The movement, it looked very fluid. I'm not gonna get it. It looked fun though. Now let's talk about the price. If you check they didn't announce the price on the direct, but if you check the website after it, for just the Switch alone, $450. I was originally expecting $350, and then maybe it goes up to $400. $450 though. And then bundled with Mario Kart World, $500. I don't know how you expect any broke college students to afford that, but anyways, check out here my PayPal donation link in the below. That's not the only ridiculously priced thing that's coming out with the Switch 2. Mario Kart World, the physical, the little tiny now red disc, $90. That's fucking ridiculous. $90? $80 for the digital version, and they're making the physical version pretty much obsolete with all these new features that they're coming out with. But $90 is crazy. I understood if they went up from $60 to $70, that would make sense to me. But $80! Oh my god, I don't have enough money for this. Oh, and I know what some of you are saying, but Floor, when Earthbound came out in the 80s or 90s or whatever it came out, it was like $120. I don't care. Blah, 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 inflation. Shut the fuck up. Get out. Leave. It's expensive because I can't afford food. I can afford food. That was a big lightning strike. Thunder? Ooh, thunder. I'm saying all this, but in reality, I don't believe that this is just a remake of the Switch 1. I really don't, because I believe that the Switch 1 in concept is like the best possible console out there. Being able to dock it and just take it out and go. It with Nintendo quality, it could be one of the biggest consoles ever, which it already is. It's already the most sold console ever. But now imagine those casual gamers that only like their Mario games and their Zelda games, and they get a console that can handle a PlayStation game, like a Red Dead 2 type game, that the quality, it's gonna be the biggest console of all time. I don't think it's gonna be close. I'm sorry. It's true. I'm sorry. This is the future, 100%. At least for Nintendo. And I like the way that they're going. They're going in a good way. Please make it less expensive. Subscribe.